Hey everybody, welcome back to another Audeze official live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Looking forward to the weekend, perhaps. I know I am. And yeah, as usual, any questions, comments, funny stories, you've got a booger in your nose, stuff like that, drop it in the chat, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Let me close in a video broadcast. And yeah, we'll address that. Today, to be honest, I don't have a lot of music stuff for us to work on. So I think we might just play some more Outer Worlds. Because it has been a doozy of a week. My guys, my dudes, friends, folks with an X. And I'm a little toasted. I'm a little baked's not the right word. I'm fried. I'm a little fried this week. Hey J-Star, glad to hear you like the Penrose. That's awesome. If you haven't checked out Audeze HQ, definitely check it out. Make sure it's all up to date. There's also some cool new features. There's a beta of some much requested things coming soon. And if you're not already, jump in the Discord. You may have come from the Discord. If you did, thank you. You're awesome. I love you all. Anyways, today we've got, did I actually buy Sonic Adventure Battle? No, I didn't. Okay. But I did buy Crash and Spyro, which I feel like could be cool options to play. I've been working through the Spyro one. Oh, they're not installed yet. Well, let me install Spyro. That's going to take, oh gosh, I didn't realize it was so big. All right. We're going to do that. We're not going to play it. We're going to play Outer Worlds today. As usual, if anyone's curious, I am wearing my LCD XCs. They are the new 2021 version. Well, 2020, since we've been, we've had them for a while. So the new 2020 version, I've got leather-free ear pads on them and a carbon headband because I chose to mod them up a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm rocking with a shit Jotunheim amplifier. And yeah, I dig them. They're cool. Microphone is, as usual, Sennheiser MKH8060. For those who care about that kind of thing and are nerds, I know I am. Is there like a way to get my microphone to not have the camera be tweaked out? Maybe there. Possibly there. If you guys can still hear me, let me know. I might actually need to turn the gain up. Hold on. Let me do that. Let's try like 36 dB, maybe 38. That should work. I can also actually, I think, I might be able to do auto gain on this. If it's horrible, you guys let me know. If you're not hearing anything, but hopefully you are. So, yeah, got my microphone a little further away. So if it's too quiet, you guys let me know, and I'll turn auto gain off and adjust it manually again. Let me turn it up just a little bit more. I feel like it could even be a little bit higher. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh no, my thing is like right over the, let's move that there. Okay. Let's see. So last, I think oh, and also f.lux is always on. It's my bad. I'm sorry. Oops. Last, I think I saw we were going to the botanical lab and we had, So we recruited the vicar. Let's go check out this robot, because I don't know if I'm quite ready to go seek out the botanical lab yet, because I know that's going to be a major plot point moving forward. Oh, I went out of town the wrong way. By the way, for anybody living in the Discord who hasn't already gotten a role, ping me and let me know if you'd like a role. If you're Team Penrose, if Team Penrose, please specify whether you're Xbox or PlayStation so I can give you the right
Sir?
I could probably fix that.
I missed something there.
The problem. His nav mod got dislodged. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair.
on account I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his... Absolutely. I'm excited to watch it.
Absolutely.
Be more...
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Okay, well, I missed something there, but... NBD. Now... Return to Ludwig. Alright. Let's see. I'm sure we'll have to lie to him to get our just rewards. As I was mentioning in the Discord, if you're in that, put your headphone in the roles section, and I'll give you a role and a color. It's always cool to see what people are rocking.
You beat that scout to scrap. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one. Cantina, lavatory. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place.
I love the dialogue in this game. It's fantastic. So good.
On the double sword.
So we get a special weapon. Gotcha. Okay. I was reading this. Oh, also, by the way, I should mention this. If you have been on the Headphone Show's channel, Resolve posted a recent update about an LCD X and XC giveaway. And I think he's working on a kind of updated impressions video of the LCD X and XC. So that's something to, that's incredibly gross. How do I get it? Okay. I'm missing something here. Okay. Oh, it's like leaking all over the floor. That's pretty gross. Ah, here we go. Sealed bundle. Watch it be like a massive machine gun or something like that. Okay. I'll be like, oh yes, I hit a rocket launcher in this tiny package behind the bathroom. It's kind of gross if you think about it. But yes, Resolve is supposed to be posting an updated... I always go on the wrong side. Updated video about those, which should be very cool. Always great to hear his thoughts. Ow. So be on the lookout for that, because that seems like it might be pretty cool. Other stuff is... Ooh, probably don't want to fall on that. Oh.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? Fun. This ain't some court. Time's come for you to journey down. Unfortunately, the old plant lies out. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. If you die horribly.
All right. I think I'm going to investigate a different path. I'm going to go see Adelaide and the fine folks over at the at the Botanical Lab. Can you imagine eating saltuna all day, every day? It sounds absolutely disgusting. So now, let me get this map straight. All right, I want the other end of town. Classic open world game. Lots of running everywhere. Lots of running everywhere. Although a little bit less than Fallout, which is nice. And why it always equips your weapon when you... Hey, Stephen Fox. Nice to see ya. I don't know if I've seen you before. But welcome if I haven't. And also welcome if I have. Yeah, this is my first time playing through it, actually. And I've been very pleasantly surprised. It's got a lot of quality. It's like a Fallout kind of... It's like a snippet of Fallout with more colorful Borderlands-style art. And, probably... Oops. Wow, this aiming is very sensitive. Doink.
Ready for this. Oh, look at that.
All right, let's see. We got some... I thought we got some sort of special thing that we could use on robots or something. Oh. Oh, okay. It's just a weapon mod. Gotcha. Makes sense. I also like how there's not a ton of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Manifold Kaizen. Yeah, I remember. Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome back. Oh, we finally got one of the cool swords. No, we want that in place of the... This one.
Someone hiding. Incoming.
Oh, Jesus. Jeez. Melee weapons are pretty powerful in this. Debating contacting support again. I'm getting a rattling in the left ear. They said it was die from. Yeah, that's not good. That doesn't sound good. I would contact them again. Let them know that you're having an issue. That it's not going away. It's getting worse. I mean, at that point, probably what they're going to tell you is that you'll need to send the headphones in, potentially, and get them looked at. There is a certain amount of, you know, driver noise that is, I don't want to say, you know, normal, but that is somewhat, you know, normal for planar magnetics. So, my recommendation would be to, you know, get in touch with them again, and potentially, you know, see if you can have them sent in. I can't speak for what, you know, support might tell you or is going to say, obviously, but yeah, I would reach out to them again. Yeah, crinkling or scratching might be normal. Rattling doesn't seem quite right. Yeah, rattling doesn't seem exactly right. Emerald Vale Community Center. Okay. Well, might as well go get the medicine since I'm here. Absolutely, yeah. All right. Oh, I thought that was the enemy. I was like, ah! This is like Sniper Elite. Dick shot. Oh, don't know if I'm supposed to say that on stream. Oops. Oh well. Whatever. And because we're kleptomaniacs, we're going to steal everything off of everybody's body while there are still enemies around. How much do I think is too much to spend on headphone cables? Wow. Really going all in there. Look, I don't think I've ever bought an aftermarket headphone cable in my life. But what I will say is, if you want to, and it makes you happy, you go right ahead and spend as much money as you are comfortable spending on it. Or don't. Really, I mean, it's not, you know, there is some, you know, things that indicate that cables may make a difference. Yeah, I've certainly heard cables make a difference personally in stereo systems and headphones. Now, is it something that's important enough to me to spend money on? No, not really. I'm not really, you know, that to me is getting to a level of minutia and detail that doesn't really excite me a lot. I mean, I'll use nice cables. I'm not going to use garbage cables on my headphones or speakers. But I'm not, oh gosh. I'm not good enough to hack that. I don't think this girl, you know, she's not a hacker either. Dang it. Now, my perspective also on audio gear, I should say, is that it's not really necessarily important what anyone else thinks about your system. As long as your system sounds good to you, that's all that matters, right? As long as your system makes you happy, whether it has to measure good to make you happy, or whether it has to have a lot of bass or be really linear in the mid-range, or, you know, whatever it has to do to make you happy, that's what, you know, that's what you should do. And if it's within your purview to purchase those things and they make you happy, then do it, you know? And I don't mean that to be like, oh, I'm squirreling out of the question, but at the end of the day, right, even in the pro realm, but in the hi-fi realm especially, like, it's about having fun, right? It's supposed to be fun. It's a hobby. And if you can't have fun and it's not, you know, you're not enjoying things, what the heck are you doing, you know? Some people, cables are fun. Cables are cool. They dig cables. I'm not someone who really gets super excited about cables. But that's just me. And that's what I'm willing to spend money on. And you might be willing to spend more money on cables than I am. And that's okay. You know, in the pro realm, right, it's actually even less objective. It's more, it's even more to the degree of like, you know, this needs to be something that sounds good, and and lets me do the work that I feel that I need to do. You know, that's pretty much the end of it. Does it help you do your work? So I guess that's my perspective on it is, you know, what can you afford? Does it make you happy? And wow, that guy took those like a champ. We are going to turn the sensitivity down just a little bit. Okay, that seems better. Just a skosh less. So, yeah, I don't know how much is too much to spend on cables for you. Yeah, I mean, you know, Norn Audio makes great cables. Zach has some cool cables for not that much money, or at least he used to. I haven't kept up with them, you know, recently. But, you know, if you like having a pretty cable, and let's be honest, pretty cables do look cool. If that makes you happy and that's cool for you and you can afford it, then by all means go for it. I think, you know, we also should acknowledge that, like, you could design the coolest, most ornate, you know, piece of audio gear in the world. And if it didn't sound good, there'd still be people who bought it. And you could design the best sounding piece of audio gear in the world that ever existed, that opened up the heavens when it was played. And, you know, nobody would buy it if it looked really ugly and was like super, like, just awful and, you know, not good to look at. So it is important, you know? It does make a difference to people. I really want to buy this machine gun. I'm going to do it. I don't think any of the armor... Oh, this armor might be better than mine. What kind of armor do I have on? So yeah, you know, yep, it is better. So yeah, I mean, aesthetics are important, you know, let's not pretend that they're not. But again, it depends on how important it is to you, right? So, you have to hack the vending machine. Interesting. ASR, yeah. Well, you know, for them, right, because this is a hobby, not a science, what makes them happy is buying gear that measures well. And if that is what, you know, tickles their fancy, then that's what they should do, you know? It really is. There is no right or wrong when it comes to audio gear. There is, are you happy with what you purchased or not? And if it makes them happy to purchase gear that, you know, some people think sounds really bad, but measures really well, and some people think sounds fine and measures really well, then that's, you know, that's up to them. Most of the stuff that they like is not stuff that I particularly care for, but, you know, I don't have to buy it. End of story, right? I don't need, I certainly don't need to go online and rail on people for not buying the same things that I like. So I see no reason to, you know, chew people out for their choices. After all, like I said, it's a hobby, you know? And even in the pro audio end of things, right? It's a hobby, and the, well, not hobby, but where it's working, that's like, it works for you. You know, buy what works for you. And if it works for you and you can turn out good product and your clients are happy with the way that you mix or master or produce or play or, you know, whatever you do, post-production, anything like that. If your gear enables you to do that better and your clients are happy with your product, who's to say you're wrong, right?
Clever.
So that to me is all, I must be over encumbered here soon. There's no way, and I'm not. So that to me is, you know, is pretty much the long and short of Oh, this is actually a pretty good weapon. Of, oops. That to me is the long and short of, excuse me, buying audio gear. So, it's kind of my take on it. We never did. Did we go upstairs yet? I don't think we... No, we did. We went upstairs. Okay. So, yeah. And I mean... Just because you measure something also doesn't necessarily mean that you know the whole story about it. And for me, my understanding of our audio measurements is that our ability to measure audio gear at this point is incredibly crude. We understand very little about what the measurements actually mean and translate to. But that doesn't mean the measurements aren't important. It's important to measure audio gear, to give us a benchmark, to give us things that designers can use to better understand their product, you know? So I think it's very important. Now, I think it's probably more important for the designers and the engineers who need to actually design the gear and make, you know, difficult choices about where to make improvements or changes or things like that. But in my mind, that is, I think it's cool that enthusiasts are into that and trying to understand that better. And I mean, I'm one of them, right? I was doing measurements and trying to understand those things and trying to get more into it. And I'm glad that the community is doing that more. I don't really think that there's a need to say something is terrible if it measures poorly. My speaker system at home has, you know, I use triodes. I use all triodes. I use, you know, speakers with ribbon tweeters and paper cone drivers. And no, that's not the most, you know, it's not the lowest THD stuff you'll ever find, but I find it pleasing. And the only person it has to please is me, right?
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp. Over and enough with the questions. You don't know what enough with the No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights. It's not like Zoe to go on. Can't imagine where she's... I'll tell... Vexed.
Reference video with Chris wanted to know why not more single-sided headphones like the LCD GX. You know, that's a good question. Single-sided headphones have some downsides, like you don't get equal control over both sides of the diaphragm. It's harder to get a headphone that's as efficient, that has as much power and dynamics from single-sided headphones, you know, stuff like that. There's some advantages such as obviously less weight, right? Nothing in between the diaphragm and the ear, which is very, very good. And so, you know, it's a decision that needs to be made on a per headphone basis. And, you know, our technical team, Dr. C, and everybody on the engineering team tries to make decisions. And I don't understand all the details about how they design the headphones. So this is, you know, partially just my understanding of that. They try to make decisions to optimize each headphone for its intended purpose. You know, the GX it needs to be light for, you know, for gamers to use for a long period of time and more comfortable. And some magnets and some price things could be sacrificed to try and hit, you know, the weight and price needs of that demographic. That headphone, though, was designed before I ever came to Audeze. So, you know, that's not necessarily something that I'm intimately familiar with the details of the design. Sorry, I realized I forgot to turn on my lights. I apologize about that. There we go. Now you guys can see me in lovely orange high definition. Well,
enough to know we never got on. Zoe... She was lazy and thoughtless.
Hey, Gigabyte, how are you doing?
Could be. Dangers. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. What it...
Easy enough. How are you doing, Gigabyte? It's good to see you again. This place is considerably more lush than Edgewater, so that's kind of interesting. Wonder if you can pick these. Doesn't seem so, but that would be cool if you could. I'm kind of digging the balance between activatable and non-activatable items in this game.
If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're right. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleared.
I love the dialogue and writing in this game. It's quite fun. Reminds me, I don't know if any of you remember, but in Mass Effect 2, there was a scene where you can ask the cook down in the one of the lower levels if you know, like how he works and things like that. And he's like, look, this is a Cerberus vessel. Everybody's got to pull their weight. And you're like, the guy cleaning the toilets is also the one cooking the meals. He's like, I wash my hands most of the time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, go to sleep, Gigabyte, man. Get some sleep, dude. You're crazy. And then he says, I catch what falls through the cracks. The cracks. And it's just one of those delightful, silly, stupid bits of BioWare writing that I've always stuck with me.
No, dear. The garden. The soil around the Vale went sour years. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on... Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. Make amends. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Gosh, I feel like some sort of crazy landlord. I'm gonna shut off your power. This is horrible.
He would do such a thing. Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. I trust
Something you need? In the bar? Sorry. It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking. There's been scary nights. There was a kind of a thing, the vending machine. Sure, but I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, so I did my thing. And it's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders and Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how... Anyhow, you ever... Exploded. Oh, I was just shy of working age, so I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up.
Oops. I think I was supposed to laugh at that, but... I did. Shoot me. I'm terrible. Parvati needs to learn how to take a joke. Master control terminal. Where the heck are we going to? Landing site. Why is this thing so touchy? Turn down the sensitivity, please. Once more. To like 25%. Maybe not quite that low. That's a little bit too low, isn't it? Perfect.
You hungry? Something I... Fresh.
I should probably sell some stuff. I got more of these. I got these sabers coming out of my ears. And I should probably give Parvati some upgraded equipment. Jeez, that impact hammer is crazy damage. So, it's an interesting old town.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies. Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, didn't see you there. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, what? How are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things...
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you.
Oh gosh, no.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town. Sorry, just wasn't... Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody. I'll take all the help I can get. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical...
Those are good.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find it. I wish I knew. I wager the I'll pay you for every pad you bring me. No kid? Look at that. I have one data pad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Sure. Couple months. I owe them my life. We all left the cannery for what? I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't...
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. No.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use...
Gosh, the dialogue in this game is great.
He's just interested in fixing stuff.
That's so crass. I love it.
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about being... If he wants to learn about engineering, we should...
Oh boy. Puppy dog love never dies. Where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening? Yada yada. Botched. I botched something. What did I botch? Oh, nothing yet. Okay, good. I feel like the good thing to do, like, is, oh, take everybody to the botanical lab. I feel like they're all gonna die. Like, my perception is that Edgewater, look, it's got big walls, it's nice and safe. There's a whole thing. They get supplies from the company. It's gonna be bad if you do the good thing in the short term. I don't know, man. All I know is some marauders and my pistol. Nothing yet. Oh, that's right. We got this big machine gun. This is totally a stealthy weapon, right? Well, what time is it, by the way? Ah, you have a big sparkly lightning barrier, and you got a hole in your wall. Not very smart, these robots. Wow. These marauders,
Poke around in here.
know if that's the most effective weapon in my arsenal. Ah, this is much more effective. Where'd that big thing here it is. Hashtag bullet sponge. That's right. Just soak it up. Soak it up. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. As the penguins from Madagascar always said. Hashtag role models. Not really. Ooh. That's smarts. That's smarts. All right. Wasn't expecting that. Oh no. I like how you just take drugs to get your health higher in this game. It's very, it's a very Fallout thing to do. Like, oh, you're hurt? Just take drugs. Everybody's just patched up. There's no actual... If I use this pistol. Ah, there we go. That's the one that you really want to be using. Okay, so the robots went mad and killed all of the scientists, is what I'm gathering here. I think. Or something. There's a bunch of dead scientists at the plant. I don't know why. This seems bad, though. Like, what happens if this plant goes out of service? All these people don't have power. So who's gonna fix the darn thing? I have so many questions. I can't make a decision on this moral quandary without more information. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You break the sticks out or pull the bullet out or put a little, you know, whatever.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
System alert performing.
This is Outer Worlds. It was made by the same team that made the Fallout games. I believe. Or maybe it was Obsidian.
Yeah. Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, so you say, but we've got friends all over. Oh, geez. Oh, it's like the melty thing in Fallout where you shoot someone with the goop. The laser guns, and they turn into goop. Or no, that's the plasma guns. They turn into goop. The laser gun turns them into a pile of ash. I'm picking up so much crap. I don't know what to do with all of it. I don't care about all that. We're not here to read lore. We're here to shoot stuff. and pass persuasion checks.
You're fast.
Heck yeah. Let's see. Oh, so that was just a little extra stuff. Okay, well. On to the main event, I guess. Can you shoot these little things? Curious. Oh gosh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no. That was not at all what I meant to do. Jeez. Okay, I did not at all mean to gun down a sprat with a with a machine gun. Oh no. I'm a terrible person. Okay. I didn't read any of that, in case anyone's wondering. I feel like I'm gonna save my picks. Have I got any armor that's better than what I have? 16? I don't think so. But Parvati might be able to use some of this. 7. 10. I think is better than what she's got. We'll give her a helmet upgrade. Perfect. Up or down, I guess, is then the question. Good to know. Companions can gain levels. That's cool. Definitely a lot of quality of life upgrades from the Fallout series in this game. I like the level design. Good balance between keeping things simple and making stuff a little bit more accessible without losing the complexity that makes Fallout cool. Hey, Christoph.
Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk? Incoming! Down they go!
Gosh, these people got gunned down by these robots. That's horrible. Shoot him in the little blue square, and you're done. Got him. Flywheel. I don't know what I'm going to use the flywheel for, but...
No, just leave me alone.
Who said that? Who was that?
Not real. You're not real.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Also, I have skills, I guess. We're just going to be a smooth talker. We're going to smooth talk our way through everything. It's fine. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sure. We'll take engineering.
Unexpected. Security patrol initiated.
Hello, Christoph. Nice to see you. I think I've seen you before. Done. Valves off. Whatever, we'll take it. Take everything. We're kleptomaniac RPG players after all, are we not? Repair. Repair all equipped. Yes. Tinker. Sure, why not? I think that... Oh, I want to modify it. Okay, yeah. Yes, I want to modify this with... Cool. And then we'll take maybe the machine gun and add the bigger weapon mag to it. Should do the trick. I don't think we have any other melee weapon menus. Stack speed. Sure, why not? We'll put it on there. I don't use it that much, but might as well, right?
Let's go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil? Yeah.
This is Outer Worlds. So it's, I think Obsidian, the original creators of Fallout, worked on this, or some of the people involved in the original Fallout games worked on it. What is going on over here? Yeah, you probably need some better armor, don't you? What she got? Tech skills +5. Oh, that also gives you tech skills +5. Well, then why not do that one? Yeah, Outer Worlds is a kind of Fallout meets Borderlands type of thing, somewhere in there.
Last. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is...
With a little bit of a BioShock type of aesthetic to the design.
Yeah.
Hey, Sin City. Good to see ya. We're probably almost done. I don't know who that guy talking earlier was. Let's try and find him. But, let's go back and try and find that dude. Oh, that's the little sprat making that noise. I was like, what the heck was that noise?
Self-diagnostics it's not the best choice. All systems fully operational. Hostile actions towards Spacers in compliance with Spacers' choice policy. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols.
Yes. I do want you to help me, help me with all the other robots. Yeah, yes. Why would you say no? All right. Higgins. All right. Yes, this is the Higgins we're trying to find. Where is he? That's the question. You're useless. It's already done. I already did all the stuff.
Go away, Phantom.
Where is this guy? Is he down at the bottom? Another thing that I like about this game is that you don't really have to wait on a lot of loading screens. Like, levels load all at once, and when you open doors, you just go through them. Like, the doors just open, and you go down into the area. Stair climbing mechanics, a little weird. could use some work. Okay, don't think we've been down here before, so we're in the right spot.
Go away, Phantom.
All right. Here we go.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. You can talk? See?
Sprat
See,
raw.
Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Gross.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the... Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look really good. I'm also running it at maxed out graphics, so I don't know how graphically intensive it is, but I don't think it's crazy, but it definitely does have good textures and stuff like that.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with... You know, you remind me of myself back when I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you... Yes, that's exactly it. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Funny thing, I was working on... The tail. Definitely start with the tail. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on... I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss... Jimmy'd opened... Braised. Boiled.
Chock full of brain food.
Mechanicals... You mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage?
The
I was on
voices.
cleaning duty at the
Alright. I think that's all we're gonna get out of this dude. But that was useful. Cool. Got the third copy. Gonna steal all his stuff because we're terrible people. And it's not marked as stolen. This is like some sort of lava pump thing. And back up Z-doozy as we go. I will say, one thing that I'm not as much of a fan of is there seems to be a lot of backtracking through levels in this game. So, you know, level design in Oblivion, for example, there was always like a shortcut out of the dungeon once you were done doing certain things. These levels are a little more winding and confined, so it's not quite as easy to interconnect them. So that's one thing not as crazy about, but not a huge complaint, just a small quibble. Also, regarding the graphical thing, just keep in mind I am running a tower with a 3090 and like 256 gig of RAM and an AMD 3900 series, you know, server CPU. So we've got a little bit of beef backing up the rendering power here. So I have no idea how difficult this game actually is to run. So, you know.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you, do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to
Yeah,
survive.
I can't imagine it's a particularly difficult game to
I'd say,
run, but it does look good with what it does.
Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Jeez, some of these are really callous.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
All right. And on that note, actually, folks, I have got to hop on to another commitment. So I'm going to leave you guys hanging there. You'll see what I do next time. Let's save-a-roo. And, yeah, I know it wasn't the exciting music production stream we usually do. I didn't have anything prepared for today because it's been a busy week. Lots of changes, lots of new stuff coming. Hopefully, we'll have the opportunity to share some of that with you very soon here. I think you guys are going to be really excited about some of the stuff we're working on. And, yeah. I'll leave you with that. Adios, my friends.